Welcome to the bold analysis. Some 2 weeks, or rather 2 weeks after William Ruto was inaugurated into office last year in 2022, a man I really follow, Macharia Gaido, did this article. And if you just check the title of that article, he was telling the president that if you want to weed out corruption, if you want to do these austerity measures, then start from the State House. Then the rest will follow, or rather the other arms of government will follow. It is a message he was sending to the president. And I think I even analyzed that article, and I did some video on that article. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to reason with me. There are some shocking figures about ghost workers that should really concern any person who is interested in the politics of the country. Now, what do you believe? Because according to this report, there are some 500 Kenyans who don't work for government, they don't work in State House, but every month they jump through the fence, queue the finance office, and collect salaries. Out of the 19,000 ghost workers that PSC has released, PSC Public Service Commission is raising the figures. It released a figure that around 19,000 ghost workers have been spotted in different ministries and different government organizations. Out of the 19,000, believe me you, 500 are from the State House. How do you want to believe this is true, or what is the definition of ghost workers? State House, someone was making a very interesting statement here. State House is one of the most highly guarded structure in this country. It's not easy to get to State House. So State House do not have a walk-in ghost worker. State House is where the president resides. It is his office. How possible is it that the executive office, the president, will have ghost workers? Let's imagine. Inawezekana. Is it possible? Out of the 19,500 from State House. Now remember, the last time Controller of Budget raised some red flags and said that there were some salary exaggerations from the Treasury. She saw bad things. Remember this statement she said when she was appearing in some bipartisan talks team. Immediately, some few weeks after she released that statement, that dossier, she was arrested and driven overnight to be arraigned in Mombasa court over some flimsy charges. And the executive really defended the fact that there was no such issue like exaggerations. I am tempted to believe that this is not ghost workers. This is not ghost workers. This is budgeted corruption. Surely, kwani, let's argue. How many staffs do you think work in State House? Try to think. Security, cooks, advisors, PAs, cameramen, communication people, to addressing, president's family, first lady's office, the same other. Do you want to tell me that the head of finance sitting in State House does not know physically that department has 4, this department has 6, and physically you can go and count that this department has 5, that department has 3. Is it too difficult to do. So can you convince me that head of department in State House do not know the number of employees that are there? I am tempted to believe what Nyakano is saying. And this is it. There is nothing like ghost workers. This is just budgeted corruption, intentional. And someone somewhere knows very well that this is what is happening. I just want to give you those startling figures. While State House and the new KCC exhibit the highest disparities, with 483 for KCC and 495 for State House, unrecorded employees respectively, the issue extends across organizations. The report analyzing the fiscal year ending June 2023 found an excess of 19,467 staff members when compared to approved filled vacancies. And that is the first part of that is on, we have a figure, people that are withdrawing salaries, but there is no trace of their record by PSC on where they are working, when where they're working. Now, I want you to get the second bit of that of that report. The other part of that report is Isaac Mwaura, the government spokesperson, is saying that Kenya Kwanza is overstaffed with support staff and understaffed with the technical team. You may want to understand. In an office, finance, accountant is a technical staff. A messenger is a supportive staff. The driver is a support staff. You know, the head of M&E is a technical staff. And is saying that that has also led to a bit of some dragging in service delivery. How is it that we have so many, and remember there was also a head count by Arati in Kisii, where there were so many drivers driving very few cars, county vehicles. So this is the same issue here, that we have so many support staff with few technical staff. Of course, support staff ni wengi sana, security, all that, bodyguards, all that. Of course, it's true. But is painting a picture that we don't have enough technical staff. Now, what is bringing that? They are saying there have been non-competitive hiring. That people apply, but there is just picking. You come. And the spotlight is the office of the deputy president has a personnel of 250 personnel. I don't know what they're doing in the payroll. However, majority of people being employed in the executive are not employed on competitive basis. They are employed on favoritism basis, the cronism, tribalism, friendism. You know, someone even said marriageism. When someone is married, people bring their spouses in government. So this is something that you cannot really look at. And it actually confirms what I've been saying. And I've been repeating in this bold podcast. Our problem was never and has never been the money we are collecting. Our problem has been expenditure. I have that right in this bold podcast, that the problem we face as a country is not largely on how much we are collecting. I have seen Ruto has made some radical changes. Just last cabinet meeting convened and passed something called single treasury account. Single treasury account to ensure that all government money goes into collected in one account. Now, people might want to know what used to happen, and this is from an insider perspective. What used to happen, some people used to take government money and put in some interest earning accounts so that after they earn the interests, They would take the interest and return the principal back to government. So those are some of the things, like very well, in pesa iko hapa and it's not going to be used. So you take that money, you put it in some high interest earning account, and after putting it in that interest account, after some time, even after 1 year or so, of course, even 1 year, if there is a huge amount of money, millions, it will attract good interest. You will draw the money, take the interest, and return the principal to the account. And what was the effect? Oh, why am I saying this? But I just need to do it. The effect was that banks were overloaded with huge amounts of money. But that money, on when economists are analyzing, they're looking like capital flow, while it is dead capital. It's not money. It's money that ikitoka, when it comes out of the bank, it will not go into some investment. It's going back to government. So that caused a bit of challenges. Now, there have been the second intervention, which was even creating a central pay bill, 222. I want to use a very good example. When I was at home, on your way between Bondo and Kisumu, not that. I think I was, Yugis. Yes, so during Christmas, I went to a Yugis. I was going to Kisii. So when I was somewhere in Yugis, I got a national bank, a national oil. I went to fuel in national oil. So when I went to fuel that national oil, I was given a pay bill. Then I asked, guys, this is government, so why is it not 222? And everyone was like, what's that? So do you know that even as much as we seal all these loopholes, but if we turn our back on how we are going to spend, on how we are spending, President Ruto, we are revolving around the circle. We are not going to make any step. And I want to interpret this more to look at what exactly is the game plan. But before that, what exactly is the danger? Before that, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. Thank you very much for those who support us from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Yeah, we don't take it for granted. Asanteni sana. May God really be with you. Those who also support our policy, those who also support our charity programs. It is something you don't take for granted. Now, are you coming in the side of Luanda and you want to find a place you can eat? Visit Baby Fat. Fat Baby, not Baby Fat. Oh, it's Baby Fat. Visit Fat Baby Hotel and Restaurant. Fat Baby Hotel and Restaurant is located along Luanda Busia Highway, Luanda Kisumu Highway. So just in Luanda town, say to them, look at the number there. You can call the number, get them sample their menu. They have some amazing stuff there. If you like rech is fish. If you like yam chom, you like traditional food, get the ambience of the village, get the ambience of good environment. Visit Fat Baby Restaurant, and you can also contact them there. I'm seeing 4 possibilities on what exactly is happening. Number 1, I'm one person that doesn't believe fully on ghost workers. There is no money that goes to a ghost worker. This is money that the people in the finance sector should just be able to explain and account for. And what is happening here? This hula baloo of ghost workers is the new avenue of salary exaggeration. In fact, they are just fake processed payrolls. I'm earning, I create some account, create someone, by sibling on someone, then I pay in that account, as if I'm paying that person, but that thing belongs to me. So, when I say these are just people that just want to multiply their intake, their input. The same report was even talking us about people, almost 522 people that are in government, some specific ministries, and they're using forged certificates. They are facing cases of forgery in court. Hapo hata wakubwa wako. So, something there. Number two, possibly we are paying non-essential staff, or we are paying spanner boys, political spanner boys, propaganda team, these bloggers, these state bloggers that depend on the government's payroll. Those fellows cannot be in some payroll. They cannot be in the system. And by that I understand they're really rolling with big machines. We were being told that some pro-government bloggers are really rolling with big machines. We could be paying. Look at Faith Diplomacy Department in the office of the First Lady. What about it? Who is paying? Who is funding that office? So there is also one possibility that is going on here, that we are paying stuff that we probably doesn't even need. Number three, this is an exhibition of just trying to expose the compromised financial system of Kenya Kwanza. And it will be a big tragedy if the financial system collapses, because this points out to the colossal incompetence of the dream team that the president is surrounding around him. How is it possible? Head of finance knows very well that I normally pay this, I pay this amount, but we cannot allow people in the privileged positions to be directing, pay their spouses, pay their girlfriends, pay their siblings, pay their children. We cannot allow that. And this also came from another interview, that when someone dies, some people that are working for government, probably not any of their family members are even proactive to follow up what is going on, and maybe it's not even reported to the registrar, the Bureau of where the dead are registered. So they're not removed from the payroll. Or even if all that is done, the dead, we are actually paying ourselves pesa at the dead. There are cases where someone died 5 years ago, but that account there's still money being sent there. Because actually it's just a press of a button to say, I'm not sending this is not being sent. So most of these ghost workers could also be dead workers, people who worked. Now, if you complain about service delivery, public service delivery, you complain about the debt distress and all this, but we cannot fix. And in fact, the executive then do not have the impetus to call out corruption in other departments if it starts right from the top, the house in the top of the hill. This is startling, this is dangerous, and it's a very shocking report. Thank you.